BC Sports, the Sarshun Ford Radio Game of the Week.
Out there, Johnson's got it! Touchdown! Well, you give it to your best player, and if they stop it, they're better than you, but not tonight.
Any major adjustments at halftime, Coach?
We're live from Tigertown Friday night as Massillon takes on Lakewood St. Ed's. The Alker Stadium show at 6, kickoff at 7:30.
Appreciate all the work you guys do.
Been there, done that before.
The Sarshun Ford Radio Game of the Week. Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook continues now.
Well, it is a Thursday morning, and that means it's time to talk Cleveland Indians baseball. And today I'm going to do that with Bobby DiBiasio. He is with us here. And of course, you can check us out live right now on Facebook if you want to do that, on our YouTube channel, or of course, right here on the radio. Good morning, Bob. How are you?
Good morning, Pam. Doing well. Our offense woke up, and so we had a nice, easy win last night. We haven't had a number of those in a little while. We had a tough homestand, and then we get on the road, win 2 out of 3 at Minnesota. So that was nice to get a series win and see the bats come alive. We just need to get more consistency with our offense for sure.
Yeah, you needed more than 2 hands to count the runs, right?
Yes, indeed.
I was looking, I was just trying to look ahead. Well, let's first we'll go to tomorrow because the Indians and Yankees, right? You have the day off today. Corey Kluber on the mound tomorrow. How will that be?
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. Zach Plesac against Mr. Kluber, Mr. Savale Saturday, Eli Morgan on Sunday for the Tribe. Going into Yankee Stadium, the Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox are all tied in the wild card spot, as the Tampa Bay Rays have a commanding lead in the AL East, one of only 3 teams to win 90-plus games thus far this year, with the Giants and the Dodgers out west in the National League. So it's going to be a tough weekend. The Yankees obviously looking to get to the postseason. It's going to be an interesting race the last 2 weeks of those 3 teams as they play each other. But yeah, tomorrow night's going to have a little intrigue for sure.
What's Corey's season been like for him so far?
On and off, injury ridden, unfortunately. He had what a no-hitter earlier in the year. So he is able to rise to the occasion. He's just not – that arm and shoulder have so many innings in it. He's just not able to be as consistent as a guy that we enjoyed watching for so many years, as he won a couple Cy Young awards. So his season has been filled with ups and downs.
All right, so final homestand coming. Starting the 20th, correct?
Yes, we have – excuse me, a lot of – I guess the only way to say we got a lot of baseball coming up in our last homestand. I think it's something like 9 games in 7 days or something like that with the Royals and the White Sox, with a number of double headers that are piled up from the rainouts earlier in the year. Fan appreciation weekend coming up. Indians.com is the place to go to find out all about that fun stuff. We also have a pretty interesting scenario in place if you want to buy a ticket to the last game of the year, but you can't make it to the last game of the year, but you still want to buy a ticket so that you can frame a ticket where we are the Cleveland Indians for the final home game. We have that option available for you as well. So Indians.com is the place to go to learn all about that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I mean, so everybody, you always start ahead of time because you have to kind of be transitioning into that process, right? Heading to the Guardian side and figuring all that out.
Well, I just think people think that the very next day will become the Guardians, and that's not the case. We need the 2021 complete baseball season to get behind us, and that means the postseason, World Series, etc., before we officially transition to the Cleveland Guardians. And believe me, when we do, you'll hear all about it. We'll make the big fanfare and send up the fireworks and all those sorts of things to make sure people are completely aware of when we are officially transferred to the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah. What's going to happen to the Indians' uniforms and stuff, Bob?
Well, that's a good question. We're in the midst of still working through some of those issues of everything that has Indians on it. We're developing a plan in place. A lot of collectors have been after us wondering what we're going to do, and we don't necessarily want it all to go into their hands. So we're trying to do a plan that we can take care of fans first and collectors second, but that's going to be an interesting process unto itself. But we're developing a plan, and we'll announce that once we have it finalized.
All right. Well, we've got baseball left, and I'm sure I'll have to do again before everything's said and done. So have a good one, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good, Pam. Thank you. Always good to be with you. Take care. Go Tribe.
Radio is just one of those things we all grew up with, and we go to it to get informed on weather and other events.
Powered by 1480 WHBC.
Kept me informed for all of the local stuff. You know, if I needed to know what was going on, so it let me know what was going on in the local community.
The weather may not cause a school delay or cancellation, but during these uncertain times, things can change in an instant. The WHBC Alert Center at WHBC.com.